Hey everybody, it's me again, it's Casey, Quesadillas. Anyways, I just wanted to give a quick update. I am going to try to get back into doing videos every Wednesday instead of trying to commit to doing one every day. For me, I don't think, it's not that I don't have faith in myself, it's just I think I kind of need to ease myself back into it. Not that I've been doing it for a terribly long time, but I think it'd be better to kind of ease into it after I started school, after I am getting back into my flow at work. I'm actually working on, I'm getting, hopefully soon, getting a new computer. I know I've been saying it forever, but I think it's actually going to be happening now. Like I said, my place with school and everything is, I'm so happy with where it's at. I've been turning in my work on time. I've been I haven't been doing everything that I was supposed to be doing because I kind of, uh, my brain glitched a little bit and I forgot that I had to post 3 different days in a row on 3 different things in order to get credit for it. So I've only been getting partial credit on some of those things, which is fine because I'm still getting most of the credit for it. But this week is when I made sure that that happened. I made sure that I had all of my posts done, all of my homework has been done. What I've started doing is we have our lectures on Monday. And so Mondays I'll usually watch well, I haven't been watching the lectures, but Mondays I'm going to start watching the lectures, doing a little bit of homework then, probably the worksheets that he usually gives out. Either one. Oh my gosh. Anyways, I'm going to make sure to do the worksheet. We always have a reflection to do. And those I usually do pretty well on. As most of you know, that I am a writer. Um, so that's one thing that I'm super cocky on. So he's been pretty great about it. The very first week I started because I forgot when I was supposed to turn stuff in. He was just like, "Hey, you're late, but I'll accept it for full credit. Don't worry." I was like, "Thank you." So, my first quiz I got a pretty good grade on. I think I only missed 4 questions out of 60. Yeah, no, 6 questions out of 60. So that's not bad. I think I wound up getting a B on the quiz. I don't remember. I got a good grade, basically, is what I'm saying. Uh, but yeah, so it's been pretty good so far. I hope everybody's been doing great so far. One of the ladies that I watch on YouTube, and I'll link to her in the description if I can figure out how to do it on my phone. Um, she actually reached out to me yesterday on Instagram and she was just like, "Hey, I posted a new video." And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, I watch your videos too." And I was like, "I've already subscribed. I've been subscribed for a while." And she's just like, "Oh my gosh, I've watched some of your videos too." And I was like, "Yay, that's so great." And she's really cool to talk to. I was telling her that, she is also a mental health, let me say, she posts videos about mental health. I haven't watched her latest video because I really want to, but I didn't have the time to do it yesterday. But she talks about exactly what it is she does and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. It's really great to learn from each other on this kind of platform, because there's always stuff that you can learn, and you can only learn so much by a book. It's better to learn by example and by doing and by being shown how to do. Well, that's a good example. Anyways, you know what I mean. um, it's really cool to do all that, and I promise that I will start recording in my room from now on, because I feel like this background is getting kind of drab for everybody. And I made my background so pretty in my room, so I really need to start using it. I'm trying to find the perfect placement for everything in my room so I don't feel crowded, but I don't feel like it's too much space. It's a lot harder than it sounds. um, but I will be doing that probably this weekend on Saturday if my mother and I do not go to Savannah, which I really hope we do because she hasn't really had a chance to explore downtown Savannah with me, because I've been to all the gallery, not all of them, but I've been to a lot of the galleries downtown, for the art galleries. I met a couple of the artists, which is fantastic. It's so cool to sit there and talk to them. But I hope that she and I get to do that this weekend. If not, that's fine. I know that it's probably going to be raining because it's been raining a lot here in Georgia, which for someone whose car window does not work right now is great. For those of you that do not know, I was in a car accident about the ending of June. I want to say like June 30th. No, June 29th. Yeah, June 29th, because that was the last class we had. Anyways, yeah. So I was in a car accident. Everything was fine, and my roommate and I went to go get dinner. He sat in my passenger seat, as he does, because he cannot drive my car, because I drove a standard. And he went to go roll his window down, because I also do not have AC in my car. And when he was in the process of rolling down said window, it decided to come off the track. And now it's down entirely, almost all the way. So I either have to A, watch a video on how to take the door panel off of my car, or B, make sure to clean my car out and make sure it's pretty and stuff, and have my dad look at it. And that's probably what I'm doing. I mean, honestly, I'm not mad that it's down, because it creates a really nice flow of air when I'm alone. And, you know, whoever rides with me, if it's a nice sunny day, they don't have to worry about rolling the water down about. The only other thing that sucks about it is that I have faith in humanity, in people, and I don't think that people would look at my car and be like, oh, that's something I can steal in there, oh my gosh. But at the same time, I do. Because it's an opportunity kind of thing, and I don't think it's like anything that somebody's malintending to do. But, you know, if you see a car that's open, you're gonna peek in for a minute. Like, I peek into people's cars because I'm a nosy person, but I don't ever go in people's cars unless it's my roommate's, because he knows that I'm going in his car. I usually tell him anyways. But anyways, that was it for today. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully new computer. I actually found a camera that I'm going to wind up getting. It's a really inexpensive camera. Excuse me, but it's a good starter camera for doing videos like this. Better than having my phone to where I can't type stuff out on it and talk about it. Oh, one thing I did want to talk about. I am doing that story that I talked to you guys about a while ago. And it kind of dawned on me that if you are trying to write a story, try your best not to force it. If you force it, it feels like it's not you. I've been writing for a very long time. I started writing stories and stuff like that when I was probably in 5th grade. It probably even earlier than that when I started writing stuff. But in order to find your own voice and find your own style, you kind of have to let your inspiration come to you. And that's exactly what I did with this story. And I love the way it's come out so far. I've been doing things in parts because that's when it comes to me, is in spouts of, like, say, like, depression. That's how I deal with some of it. In my class that I'm taking, we're actually learning about time management and stress management. 2 things that I am a novice at. Time management, I'm usually pretty good at. I have been away from my parents' house since 2015 now, and my time management skills have kind of gone down the drain a little bit. And my stress management, I cannot handle stress. I try not to panic as much when I'm under stress, and sometimes it works. A lot of times it does not work, because, you know, I panic a lot anyways. But anyways, we're talking about that, and that is part of my stress management, is writing. So Tuesday at work, I was kind of stressing out about a lot of stuff that did not pertain to work. But I did sit down and I wrote a little bit, and I actually like where that one's going to. So I'm probably going to have more than one thing to kind of try to get published. I am going to actually try to get this one published. I did send one that I did a long time ago to a publisher, but to my understanding, it was what do we call it? A vain publisher. Basically, it just focused on the aesthetics of the book, and it didn't really focus on editing. It didn't focus on format. It didn't focus on anything like that. And my roommate actually told me about an app. I forgot what it's called. But it helps you organize everything into chapters, because it does this thing where it kind of like, I guess it does a standard how long a chapter is supposed to be kind of thing. And then it just like organizes it for you. It also has a name generator, which I could have used because the names that I found were kind of dumb. But anyways, that's fine. But I just wanted to tell you guys, if you guys are aspiring artists and stuff like that, just when you want to, try to just sit down and let stuff come to you. Don't try to force something. If you do try to force something, which I've done quite a bit, trust me, what I usually wind up doing is I force it for a minute and then I kind of like leave it alone, and then I'll come back to it maybe 2 or 3 hours into it, because it's really good to kind of write a bunch and then come back to it, then organize it. One thing that we did in my composition class at Armstrong is she had us, someone said a word and we wrote about that word, and she would have us read it out loud, and mine for some reason was a very emotional thing. So that kind of ties into like what kind of style you want. If you want an emotional style, or if you want a style to where you can just talk to your readers, to your audience, which essentially is all writing is talking to your audience. It's just how you want to be perceived by them, basically. So if you are thinking about it, just know that it is a bit harder sometimes to get inspired. But when it hits, just make sure that you follow what you are wanting to say. That sounds really weird, but basically what I'm saying is follow your heart when you're writing. That's what I did, and this is the thing that I'm the most proud of that I've written in my entire life, and I've written a lot throughout my years, guys. This is something that means something to me, and it can help a lot of people if it's done correctly, and I'm going to make sure it's done correctly. So be good. Have a great day. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week, and if you aren't, just know it'll get better. Don't worry. Also, to the community of the game theorists, I'm sorry about your guys' loss. Sorry. I know it's really hard dealing with stuff like that, and I also want to tell you guys that it gets better. I know it's really hard to do because I've been there before myself. It's really hard to talk to people. It's really hard to ask for help when you need help, because you feel either like a burden or you feel like you don't really need it. It is better to ask for help and not need it than need it and not ask for it. It took me a long time to ask for help, and I really wish I had done it earlier. But just know there's an entire community of people that are dedicated to helping you in this time of your need. Please, 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 please don't ever feel like you're alone, because you're not. If there is anything that you need, there are so many things that you can look up online. There are so many hotlines to help you through things, and if you guys need any of it, it's on Google. I will personally put it in my description, because it's something that we all need to do. We need to also support each other, especially in times like that. So, I mean, I'm trying not to make this a super long video, but, you know, when you see somebody going through stuff like that and they're not asking for help, the best thing you can do is just be there for them, because that's all they need, is someone to be there for them. So even if it's you just sitting there in silence and waiting for them to want to talk to you, that's all they need. That's all I needed, and that's how Sandra and I became best friends. So just know that you're not alone, and that people do care about you guys. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you guys are having a great day. And I will talk to you all later. Bye!